Today's episode is sponsored by Harry's. Please visit harrys.com/CAGCast to receive $5 off a Harry's shave set. Gentlemen, welcome to CAGCast episode number 502. I'm your host, GPD, here in Long Island, New York. And as always, we're joined by a man who will be at E3 in spirit, Wombat.
Hey, that's me. Sorry, I was too busy munching on this half-eaten roll of Necco wafers that was sitting on my desk.
Necro wafers?
Necco wafers, not Necro wafers, yes. The wafers of the dead.
I think there's an opportunity there.
Yeah, Necco wafers. Necco wafers? Have you heard of them?
No.
Really?
Yes.
The New England Confection Company?
That the same.
The wafers from them?
Yep, the wafers
from
them.
Those are terrible. Why are you eating stale candy?
They are bad, and I love them.
And we're doing a podcast, and you're eating.
Well, I was eating them before. I was eating them while someone was reading an advertisement.
Right.
So...
That paid for
in all fairness, I was not eating during the show.
That's part of the show. Mrs. Cheapy was
That's right, advertisers. You too can have your ad read while Wombat munches on stale candy in the background.
I love Necco wafers. I have a serious problem where I really like them too much. It's probably my favorite non-chocolate candy.
It's a candy they invented before they could make good candy.
Oh, I know. One of the flavors is like lavender.
Yeah.
Like they don't even have real flavors.
Chalk.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
They're all the same flavors you get in sidewalk chalk.
Mm-hmm. I highly recommend them for people that have never had them before.
Right.
So they could all
just
talk
stop
about
by the Pez Factory too on your way, Wombat.
It's like it's the candy for people that like black coffee and are dead inside.
I like black coffee.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not quite dead inside.
Exactly. I said it's a two-part qualification.
For people who like black coffee and don't cry at movies, ever.
Yeah, it is 100% that candy.
So you've had Pez before, right, Cheapy?
I have had Pez. What do you think? I'm from Mars?
What? I don't know. You didn't know what a Necco wafer was.
I know. That's weird. That is definitely weird.
It is.
So imagine Pez, but take out most of the sugar and the fun of having one of your favorite characters dispense it.
Oh, I know those. Yeah, I'm looking at the wrapping paper, what do you call that? Packaging.
Wax paper, because they didn't have wrappers back when these things started.
Yeah, I remember not eating those. Like, I think I tried it once and I said, this tastes like dust. Sawdust.
That is appropriate.
Yeah, that's good. I'd rather have Pez, but I don't eat Pez either.
Oh yeah. Like Pez are a step up, but they are also the stalest of candies.
I like Pez. Who doesn't like Pez?
It's too much sugar. I like Pocky.
Oh yeah, there's no sugar in that.
No, there is, but it's not all sugar. At least there's some cracker in there.
We went to an event tonight at our local library.
Yeah.
And it was part of the summer reading, maybe. I don't know. This was like the first event we went to at this library. So we were making candy sushi was what was going on.
Okay.
So they read a book about some animals being stuck in some bubble gum. Something.
Common problem for lots of animals.
And then they unleash the kids on a table of candy, just like these giant bowls full of M&Ms and gummy bears and Swedish fish and Twizzlers. And then you took them back to the table and you like smashed down a Rice Krispie treat and you wrapped a fruit roll up around that Rice Krispie treat. And then you piled up all of the candy that you just got from the table into this thing and rolled it up into a sushi like shape.
Sponsored by your local dentist?
I was like, what are we doing?
Eating too much junk food at night. That's always good with kids.
Yeah. So she we didn't let her eat all of it, obviously.
Wow.
Take it home for another day.
My library doesn't serve food, I'm pretty sure. But maybe they should.
It got a lot of kids there. I will tell you that. There were a lot of kids that are like, yes, please let me dine at this table of pounds and pounds of candy. No Necco wafers were in sight.
Then screw that event.
Those are banned.
They're the best.
All right. Did you want to talk about your Marvel loot box, Wombat?
I got my first one, but it's not the new one. It's one that so when you sign up for a year, you could actually order ones that you missed if it's your first time signing up for a year. So I got my Doctor Strange box, which actually came out last November. It's kind of cool. I have a big Doctor Strange mug now, and I've always wanted one of those.
I'm looking at this right now to see what kind of garbage you get.
And a Doctor Strange t-shirt, and a Doctor Strange Funko Pop, and a pin, which is on my backpack.
Yeah.
I'm happy with it.
Yeah. You would be.
What character is on your backpack?
It is actually, there is no character on my backpack, but there is a big Volkswagen logo. And no, I do not drive a Volkswagen.
Wait, what?
I have a big Volkswagen logo on my backpack. Okay,
explain how you got this free backpack from Volkswagen.
I did get a free backpack from Volkswagen.
Uh-huh.
Because I helped my parents get their car. And when I signed the lease paperwork, they gave me all this stuff. So I guess technically I have a Volkswagen. It's just not at my house.
Did they just give it to you, or was this something that you went, hey, I like that backpack?
No, I didn't. I did not know. I actually didn't even know what was in the box until after we left. And they're like, oh, and don't forget your box. I'm like, what box? And they handed me this huge box. And there was all this Volkswagen swag in it. It was like the ultimate E3 swag box, but instead of anything video game related, it was all Volkswagen related. So I don't know. I guess ironically isn't the right word, but for some reason I have all this weird Volkswagen stuff on my house.
You're leasing,
even though there are no Volkswagens.
You're leasing a Volkswagen for your parents?
Uh-huh.
Wow, that's very nice of you.
Well, there's a longer story, but for the short version of the story is yes. And out of the deal, I got a box of crap.
Does the long version of the story involve fraud?
Not for me.
Interesting.
No, there is no fraud involved. I like how if I do anything nice, you automatically assume I'm doing something criminal.
No, I mean, I don't know. It just seems like a weird thing. I don't know. Yeah.
It's again, long story short. I have a box of stuff. I have a nice Volkswagen water bottle, Volkswagen flashlight. I think I have a Volkswagen poncho somewhere.
Wow.
Volkswagen Funko Pop.
I wish.
Do you?
No.
Volkswagen
I don't know. Maybe
Hot
like a
Wheel?
Beetle, a Volkswagen Beetle Pop. That could be a thing.
I don't know what.
I just like to hear how you get your free stuff, Wombat.
I know.
Just to see how much effort.
Although it's not really free.
Right, you're paying for it.
This isn't free. A box of with a backpack is not free when you lease a car.
Well, couldn't you have just handed it back to them and say take that off my lease?
No,
I would like to take this $60 backpack off my lease.
I don't think it's even a $60 backpack, but we'll pretend it is. Why not? It gets the job done. So, anyway.
Shipwreck, now's a good time to talk about Wombat trying to get that game for free today. No, it's not a good time.
I don't know. He just was interested in Elder Scrolls Online, so he made a tweet.
Right. I missed it.
It's not even that interesting. It's not even that interesting a tweet.
Okay.
It's just very Wombat. He made a passive aggressive tweet about how Morrowind came out for Elder Scrolls Online, which is the new, I don't know, DLC season, whatever you want to call that. Expansion pack. Those things still exist.
I think it's an expansion pack, sure.
Yeah, I saw a commercial for it while I was at the diner.
Yeah. The actual tweet was, and I said, "Did anyone pick up Morrowind for Elder Scrolls?" ? Is it any good? I still have not played any Elder Scrolls Online, but I'm intrigued. Which is true. I am interested in Morrowind because I played Morrowind. And of course I had to tag the head of marketing for Bethesda in my tweet.
It just happened. Yeah.
It just happened. I didn't do that on purpose.
Right. It kind of just autofills his info in, I think.
Without that little tag at the end there, it's pretty benign. But
right.
Once I throw that in, then it's like, hey, maybe he'll read it. And you're like, oh, we should give Wombat a copy of the game. I don't understand why. How did this fall through our Bethesda fingers? Oh,
right.
our net was just too wide. We missed. How did we miss this? And I would get a nice long apology email going, dear Wombat,
dear influencer,
we are so sorry that we missed the opportunity to get you the game before you record your next episode of the CAGCast. Please accept this code as our humble apology, and please know that everyone at Bethesda loves you. That's all I was expecting. Is that so much?
Also, we'll fly you out to E3 to try our latest stuff.
Instead of, obviously, of course, I got no response at all, which is
it's like he's probably setting stuff up at E3 currently.
Yeah, I know that too. I'm not stupid.
I just enjoyed it because you were asking for a game. Like the main game had been out for over a year, and you admitted that you had never played it.
Oh, no, well, that's the marketing.
The game.
That is the marketing mechanism for this game. Have you never played this game before? That's been out. Morrowind is your chance. You should play it now. Just get the whole game now. It's like even all the press materials that they send. Even for people who have never played the game before, you can jump right in. You can play it. Here's a handy step-by-step guide on how to play this game alone without having to bother with other people. Like it's
Which
a whole
is a weird
thing
thing to say because why do you have this game? Like why does this game exist if you're like touting it to people like that?
Exactly. That's sort of what intrigues me was literally all this new marketing stuff about here's Morrowind. You don't have to have played anything else.
Oh, is that the hook that it's single player?
It's still the same MMO, but they released like a single player guide for it. Like the single player guide for playing the game. I have it in an email. Like it has some weird title, but so that sort of piqued my interest.
So you have no friends.
I have no friends. Exactly. So you have no friends how to play this game. So I was sort of curious, and also curious to see what Morrowind looks like when it's not Xbox style graphics. So,
but sure.
I mean,
it's better than that, but the graphics in Elder Scrolls Online are not super fidelity.
Like, I understand that too.
I mean, I played some of this Elder Scrolls Online when it came out originally. And it's fine. It's very much a MMO in the Elder Scrolls universe, which I don't know that that's what you're looking for, Wombat.
Oh, it probably isn't, but it doesn't mean I'm not curious.
The commercial must have worked on you.
Mm-hmm.
See?
Mm-hmm.
Anyway. All right. How about some
But it's not like I sent out a tweet that said, give me the game.
Well,
give me the game.
Kind of did. I mean, that's basically what you did. Without, demanding it. I mean, you're not in a position to demand, would you ever say, give me the game?
No.
Right. It's just funny because you don't really even want it. But I don't know. The moment, you got caught up in the moment, I guess.
Sure.
The commercial worked, in other words.
Commercial worked. Good work. Good job marketing.
Good job
and people
spending
have
money.
responded to me and pretty much mixed on whether or not I would like it. I'm still sort of curious. Maybe when it gets cheap, like all of it gets cheap.
I think it's going to be, didn't they just...
The main game, there's been like free times to play that, like multiple times.
I know, but I'm interested in this new content is what I'm interested in.
You won't be interested in it when it's old.
Well, I still might be interested in it when it's old. I'm interested in what this new stuff is. Never mind. We've already talked about this for too much.
It's never too much, Wombat. All right, how about some show feedback, Wombat? Speaking of too much, everything basically was about you and Zelda on Switch. But why don't you read this one, and we'll get into it more later when we get to Nintendo's section.
Sure. Is this supposed to be famous last words and you cut off a letter, or is it actually Amos last words?
I think it's anus last words. I just
Dear Wombat, if you want to play a Perfect 10 game, put down Zelda and get Horizon Zero Dawn. You will be blown away. It is in my top 3 favorite games of all time. Ship needs to start playing it again also. I really want to hear your take on Horizon after your disappointment with Zelda. I've played a good chunk of Horizon.
How much? What's a good chunk?
I don't know, like 10 hours, maybe 15? Somewhere between 10 and 15?
I don't think you've gotten to the point where the story really kicks up a notch. And you actually...
I don't think I stopped playing it when I got Mass Effect, and Mass Effect kind of took over for me.
Time to go back.
I never said I wasn't going to.
Never said you were going to, though.
You cut me off. I said,
I'll go back to it after E3.
Yeah.
It's a hard game. I found that game was hard to like pick up and play for just a short sitting, which is
absolutely,
which is why like I have been putting it off because I need to find big chunks of time to play it.
It's why it took me a long time to finish it. I would only play it if I had a solid hour to basically dedicate it to it. Because of the save system, because the loading is fairly substantial, and also it's you want to get involved with it. The story is interesting. You don't want to just
you want to turn down the lights and turn up the surround sound and actually play it.
Exactly. It is fantastic. How about some watch this bitches?
Sure. You saw 2 superhero movies over the weekend.
I did. The first one was a rental called Logan. You may have heard of that. I know, Wombat, you saw it, and Shipwreck bought it but didn't watch it. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Yep, I saw it in the theaters.
Mrs. Cheapy and I were not crazy about Logan. I would love to have a spoilery discussion about it, but Shipwreck's here, so we can't do that.
So sometime after E3.
Yeah, I would just say that I really had no emotional reaction to a story that was supposed to be fairly emotional. And
super happy story.
The story was fine. I don't really when I watch a superhero movie like this, I don't really want to see the characters in this type of situation. I think that I don't know. I guess I could say a few things without spoiling it. But let's just say that the main characters in the movie are not at the top of their game.
Sure. I think everybody knows this is like based off of old man Logan stuff, right?
Yeah.
And very loosely at that, to be
sure, but it's that version of him.
And for whatever reason, clearly you're supposed to be attached to the characters and have some emotional attachment to them.
We've watched 17 movies with them already.
Right. So even more so. But I just didn't have, I had 0 tears on the cheapy scale. Everybody always asks when I see a movie, how many tears? 0. Not even a half a tear, not even like wet eyes. So I don't know. I was
not a wet eye in the house.
I felt like very much like Wombat when I watched this movie with my dry eyes. And Mrs. Cheapy was the same way. We were just like, it was very, the action scenes are pretty good. It's very violent. Certainly, it's the most violent movie with Wolverine in it. But yeah, it just didn't do it for me. But then we went to see Wonder Woman this weekend. We saw it in IMAX 3D. I went back to the same theater where I saw Guardians of the Galaxy, and we saw it with Ty, of course, and we all really enjoyed Wonder Woman. I liked the action. I liked the story. I did have an emotional connection to the characters.
Did you cry? Did you cry at Wonder Woman?
No, I didn't. I wouldn't say that I cried. I would say that my eyes were not dry per se, like they were with Logan. But they, the tears were not. I don't know that I actually felt a tear run down my cheek. Ty said he did cry at a couple of points in the movie. But
can I take my kids to go see it?
I don't know. It's kind of dark. It does take place during World War I, and it's kind of grim. So I think Elliot is too young for sure. It's long too. Sabrina, I'm sure, can handle it. She's 9, right?
She'll be 9 in a month. Yeah.
Yeah, I think you could also wait for it to come out on video. But we really enjoyed it. I thought it was really well done. Definitely the best DC comic movie, and just as good as any of the Marvel ones. Really, I think. It's not perfect, but it was it was very definitely enjoyable. I watched the Red Letter Media half in the bag on it. It was brought up some good points. Like, why do all these movies have to have like a big CG destructo fest?
Just keep it to yourself.
Whatever. What does that mean? That's not a spoiler.
You spoiled a whole bunch of stuff for people the last time you saw a movie in the theaters.
Guardians of the Galaxy?
Oh no, I was thinking Rogue One.
No, people who didn't complain about that, they complained about Call of Duty. I didn't ruin the movie. I only ruined the video game. Big difference. No, but I recommend Wonder Woman. It was great. And also started watching a TV show for the first time that was highly recommended by a lot of people, called American Gods, which is on the Starz network. I've watched the first episode of that. It is also very violent and has a lot of sex in it, which may or may not be appealing to you. But it's pretty fucked up also. It's very weird. At least I've only seen the first episode, but it's very trippy. It gets very weird. But so far, so good. I'm excited to watch more of that. Are we up to new releases? Anybody have anything else to add? Sounds like a no. Anybody else still on the show with me?
Yeah.
Okay.
I started reading Do Androids Dream of Electric Sleep? Because I've never read that before.
Electric Sheep?
Yep, that's it. I am tired
Philip
and I
K.
have a
Dick?
cold. Yep. Mr. Dick wrote it.
How is it? Is it better than the movie?
I'm only like 2 chapters in. I like it so far. It was my free book I got from the library for signing up for summer reading.
How do I tell this to you nicely? All books from the library are free.
I get to keep this one.
Ooh.
Oh, okay. You didn't say that. I'm like free books is kind of like the library's bag.
No, for the summer reading program, they have a cart that you get to select things from.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So I selected this.
Excellent. I went to the library today.
Sense.
I made Ty take out The Hobbit. I found a nice illustrated version of The Hobbit. Or rather, with illustrations. It only has some small pictures in it. But I'm curious to see if he can roll with that or not.
It could be a little dry.
I hope he likes to listen to or read about hobbits eating lunch.
Yeah,
I'll find out.
Dry.
Well, that's why it has some pictures in it. So I think it might spice it up a little.
Sabrina's been reading Sailor Moon books that we took out of the library.
Pretty much the same thing.
Into. Yeah, totally into Sailor Moon.
Sweet. All right. Are we up to new releases?
Sure.
Yeah, there's some new releases. There's Tekken 7.
Oh, yeah. They did it.
I don't know anything about Tekken 7. It kind of snuck up on me.
Does it have Hayahachi in it?
I don't think that's his name.
Oh, it's close enough. Does it have Devil Jin?
It has an 83 on Metacritic.
Does it have Kuma?
I used to play a lot of Tekken, but that was like 5 Tekkens ago. I feel.
Tekken Tag Team was my jam back on the PlayStation 2 when it came with my PlayStation 2.
Which was the one that they threw in a little sort of arcade mode where it was like a beat 'em up. Also, they threw that in.
I remember that one.
That was cool.
Was that 3 or 4 maybe? I remember Tekken Tag Team had bowling in it, which I really enjoyed.
Yeah, I don't know that I need Tekken 7.
I'm sure you don't.
I'm pretty sure my next fighting game is going to be Injustice 2. Gold edition.
Yes, I'm nodding in agreement.
Perfect.
I forgot this wasn't a video one.
The Wipeout Omega Collection came out for PS4.
I was just watching some video about that and reading some reviews because I like Wipeout and I thought that it might have PS4 Pro support. And indeed it does.
Oh.
And it's been getting good reviews. It's not just a straight remaster. They've added some things to it, like different new sound effects and and visual effects as well, besides just like a straight resolution bump. So it's $40. I don't know. I might check it out.
Look at that. It's getting good reviews.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm I like that, those electronic jams that they throw in there. So I don't know, when it gets a little cheaper maybe, or the mood strikes me, maybe I'll pick that up.
I recommend sending out a tweet and make sure you include the head of marketing for Wipeout.
Right. I'm going to wait till like the first day of E3.
That's probably a good idea. You know what you should do is you should walk up to someone during E3 at the Sony booth and say, "Hey, who do I talk to about getting a code?"
How about at the press conference? How about
Oh, you should raise your hand.
Excuse me, I don't mean to interrupt or anything, but I heard good things about this Wipeout Omega collection. Anything, hook a brother up?
I hate to interrupt your Twisted Metal of War presentation, but I have a quick question.
Right. Ooh, is that your E3 prediction? A new Twisted
That's
Metal
my E3
game?
prediction, Twisted Metal of War. You play a Sweet Tooth, and you go around just slicing people up in a God of War style game. And then in between levels is also the driving.
Might be time for a new Twisted Metal game.
Tell me you wouldn't want to play that game, by the way. Twisted Metal of War.
How about instead of that, like an open world Twisted Metal game?
Oh, I see. And you could get in and out of the car Blaster Master style.
Yeah, sure. Why not? Because the Twisted Metal Black, they added, you had the whole stories for the drivers and everything. And they were
why not have an out of the car in the car thing where it's about, like upgrading your cars, and sometimes you have to go into a place and sneak around and kill a whole bunch of people with your fists.
I like this.
And then you find upgrades for your car that way. And it's not the whole deathmatch scenario. Yeah, I'm in. I'm on board.
I would say either that or Calling All Cars remastered. Either that.
I think it's time.
Yeah,
we're due for that.
Yeah, it needs to be in 4K for sure.
Mm-hmm.
No, I would like that Twisted Metal though. That'd be good. Good thought, Wombat. Inadvertent thought.
It happens.
What else we got here?
Let's see. We have Dirt 4 has been getting good reviews. Are you interested in those at all, Cheapy? I know you're.
I don't think so, because
I like the cars.
I do like cars and driving games, but I really haven't even played that much of the Hot Wheels Forza expansion that I bought. So yeah, I don't know that I'm ready to get another driving game. But
also out this week for PS4, Super Beat Sonic. That's the XONIC. I played this game a lot on Vita, and it's fantastic. This is
on the what?
On the Vita.
Never heard of it.
It's a music rhythm game by the same people who do the DJ Maxx franchise. So a lot of dance type music, GP.
You said DJ Maxx, not TJ Maxx, right?
Right. TJ Maxx is where you might be able to find Vitas.
There's no reviews for this game.
Look up the reviews on the Vita version. I'm sure it's the same.
Right. 81 on Vita. It's pretty good for a music game.
It's a good game. Yeah, it's a really good rhythm game. Let's see. What else came out this week? We have...
Excuse me.
Excuse you?
Farming Simulator 18 came out for Vita and 3DS. That's how you know that game makes a ton of money, when they're like, screw it, we're coming out with a Vita version.
Right, we don't give a fuck.
Right.
Is there anything on the Switch at all? Or is that not? Is that just laughable?
On the Switch, there's... Yeah. Hamster seems to be able to put out a new Neo Geo game every week.
Mm-hmm. Oh, there it is. Yeah, Neo Geo Last Resort. I don't remember that.
Enough for you?
No, it's not, to be perfectly honest, but, what can you do?
This is... We talked about it briefly last week because the news was breaking about Nintendo's online plan and their virtual console stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It's insane that Hamster is out there putting out these Neo Geo games on multiple consoles. Every week there's at least one, usually 2 or 3 different Neo Geo games coming out.
I'm not going to lie, Last Resort actually looks like a pretty cool game that I somehow missed in my travels.
It's if I remember correctly, it's pretty good.
Yeah. Not saying I'm buying it. I'm just saying it looks cool. It'd be nice if they released
somehow
like
a hamster is able to put
Yes.
out these games weekly, and Nintendo still can't get the Virtual Console going. And when it is going, they're still like, just NES right now. We're not so sure about those Super Nintendo games.
Yeah, I know. It's kind of frightening, isn't it?
It's not but we don't think it's some sort of technical.
No, it's not.
It's not
that's what makes it
technical at
even more
all.
ridiculous.
They just don't have their plan is to screw
Milk
everybody.
it all they can until
But
it's too late.
but how does that work in their favor? I don't understand the upside there.
I don't know. You have to ask them.
Like what are you waiting for? You think like it's too many games coming out right now?
I don't know.
They
How
have-
many games are even on the console? 4?
And 3 of them are on the Wii U also. I don't know. Well, they must have a plan. They seem to make money despite their best efforts. What else we got?
That looks like about it on new releases.
Okay. In that case, I think it's time to talk about Harry's. Now, of course, you know that Father's Day is coming up very quickly. It's the Sunday after E3, since everything revolves around E3. So it's right around the corner. And it's hard to buy a gift for your dad. I don't know what to get my dad because he shaves with an electric razor, so he's screwing up all my shit.
Maybe a Volkswagen.
He's got a car. 2 even. So a great gift idea would be the Father's Day limited edition gift shave set at Harry's, which will only cost you $25 if you go to harrys.com/CAGCast. And it's a really nice set. You know, they sent it to us to check out, and it comes in this nice box that looks like it, you know, that you spent some scratch on this whole thing. Comes with either shaving cream or foam gel, the razor blade handle, and what is it, like two blades, 3 blades? I forget. Some amount of blades, a holder for your shave handle, and a cover. It looks really nice. It looks like you really love your dad if you buy this for your dad.
You won't have to love your dad, but it'll look like
Yeah.
you really love your dad. Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
That's what I meant, of course.
Yeah, no, that's exactly what you said. I thought you were clear. I was just clarifying your clarity.
But it works
I
either
will
way.
clarify that it is 3 blades as well.
Okay, thank you. The text is too small and I'm getting old. I can't read through this properly. Yeah, it's a really nice set. If you watch our 500th episode on YouTube, you can see it at the very start of the show. But of course, if you don't know about Harry's, these guys started a company because they felt that razor blades pricing was just getting ridiculous and felt that they could deliver high quality blades at basically half the price. And I know that we're all big fans of Harry's, of course. I love their aftershave balm is really good. Makes me feel nice all over. And yeah, it's a great gift idea. The shave sets start at just $15, but you can also get $5 off when you go to harrys.com/CAGCast. You get free shipping as well. It's a great gift idea. So go to harrys.com/CAGCast right now and you'll get that special offer to get $5 off a shave set. It's for a limited time only, so act now. That's harrys.com/CAGCast and help support the show. Maybe Wombat will be able to buy Elder Scrolls Online if you guys buy Harry's. You won't have
People.
Maybe you should send your extra Harry set to Pete Hines at Bethesda with a little card inside saying,
Happy Father's Day.
thinking
Love
of
your
you.
friends at the CAGcast.
No, don't bring us into it. Put your
It's
name
a
on it.
razor, Harry. And then
Thanks,
we'll do the
Harry's.
card. Thank you.
All right, now it's time for everybody's favorite segment, multi-platforming and Wombat's Overwatch Onslaught and other news and stuff. I love that you don't like Overwatch, so I can just take over your segment with Overwatch every week.
That's fun. I wanted to talk a little bit more about Lego Worlds because I didn't talk about it last week.
Fine.
And I had just
before.
I just got it the week before.
Right.
Yeah,
That's fine. I can wait a minute to talk about Overwatch.
Yeah, no, I just wanted to, it's because Sabrina and I have been playing it a lot, and we really like it, and it's a really good game to play. Obviously with your kids, and it's not what I thought it was. Even like looking at the packaging and
what did you think it was, and what is it actually?
Exactly, I thought it was more like a Lego Minecraft.
Mm-hmm.
It's Minecraft but with Legos. And they did actually add in a sandbox mode, which is now available, which is essentially that. But the game portion of it is actually a lot more like No Man's Sky, but dumbed down for Legos. And I don't mean dumbed down in a bad way, just kind of stripped of a lot of the extras. Like you don't
less
worry
crafting, less crazy crafting.
Exactly, and you don't need your resources and stuff. But you're going from, as they call them planets, you're going from planet to planet in your little rocket ship, and each planet is like a different themed Lego type world. There's like the Robin Hood planet that you may land on, and then you'll get in your, you'll find all the gold bricks there, and you'll get in your rocket ship, and you'll land on the next one, and it'll be like a cowboy world, and then the next one will be a swamp world, and all these different, and it's all randomly generated, but it's all within the, each planet is within its theme set, and you find all these different things, and you can kind of scan them into your tool, so you can build whatever you want, wherever you want. Whatever you want, wherever you want. But you also can, you could change your character's looks. Like if you find a cowboy and you scan the cowboy, now you have all the cowboy clothes, so you could put on a cowboy hat. And so it's kind of cool, and it's fun, and it's a lot of fun, to play co-op together with.
Sounds good.
Yeah. I was surprised at really what the meat of the game was. That kind of, that there's actually something to do.
It's a $30 game, by the way. I just looked it up.
Yep.
And it's gotten pretty good reviews, it seems.
And it goes on sale a lot. Like when it drops down to $20 again. I would recommend it if you're looking for a game to play with your kid who likes Legos and likes, who is into a Minecraft style game, or even like a Disney Infinity, but you don't want to play more of that.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Seems pretty good.
Yeah.
Sounds like Ty would like it.
I think Ty probably would like it. Again, and you two could play together and, put silly hats on each other and help cows find carrots.
He's got so much Japanese homework now that he doesn't have time for video games. He says like Sunday is basically the time that he can play some games. So maybe for Sunday. Overwatch, Wombat. Did you know that Overwatch is having a double XP weekend starting Thursday? Which is nice.
I fell asleep.
Which is nice for people like me who are getting ready for E3, and they can maybe sneak in a bunch of games on Thursday and Friday before things getting a little close to the show. So yeah, that's exciting. I'm looking forward to that. At the Prophet Len writes in and asks, does Overwatch need to add more to the game to keep people interested? For example, character upgrades, game boosters, etc. I don't know what a game booster is. Or a character upgrade. You mean just like rebalancing the characters or adding new ones? They seem to do that. They seem to be doing a good job of keeping it fresh enough, even though I haven't really cared for many of the new modes that they add in for the different events. But they seem to be on the right track. They seem to be making money and having a lot of players playing the game. And in fact, it's really the only game I play now. I'm in like this weird rut where I just want to play Overwatch. And it's been like that for a while now. So I don't know what to do. Maybe E3 will like snap me out of it. Maybe not. At Atlas Shrug 80 writes in and asks if Shipwreck is still playing NBA Playgrounds. There's a new patch which includes new players and gameplay upgrades.
I haven't played it since the patch.
The patch hasn't come to Xbox yet if you're playing on Xbox.
Oh, okay. That's good to know.
Right. So yeah, I've been playing on Xbox. And I played through all the tournaments, like the single player tournaments, and played a couple games online, but I hope they add more like single player tournaments. It doesn't seem like that would be too much to ask, right?
I like this. I'm looking at these patch notes. I like the meter for shots that they added, so you're not guessing when to let go.
I had gotten past that point. So
well, you're good at basketball in real life, so you're a natural.
I don't know how much that has to.
A lot.
Oh, we know it has everything to do with it.
Right. I think that was just a matter of like actually playing a few games and getting used to it, but I'm sure the shot meter will help.
Wow, they added a lot of stuff. They added 5 new versions of Shaq.
Perfect. I'm interested in that.
They added Rodman, Isaiah Thomas, Larry Bird, this guy with an incredibly difficult name.
Who? I don't see that.
Giannis.
The Greek Freak.
And he's, I don't know. Needs some more vowels.
I know exactly who he is, and I cannot pronounce his last name. It's
Good.
the Greek Freak.
Yeah.
Is his name.
Yeah. And other guys.
Oh, they got Curry's brother in there as well.
Seth. Yeah. Wrong Curry.
They already have Curry in there, though, right?
I think
I'm pretty sure they do. Yeah.
Ooh, Pistol Pete Maravich is in there, though.
Yeah, there's a lot of. It's a pretty extensive patch, it seems like, or update, whatever you want to call it. So yeah, the game's fun. It's definitely fun. Even though Polygon gave it a 4, right? Is that what we said before?
I think they gave it a 4.5.
Oh, okay. Forget it then.
Right.
I was way off.
No, I think this is good. Okay, yeah, improved rebounding accuracy. That's a good one because the rebounding was very hard. Okay, and they reduced the number of steals needed for getting some of those star challenges, which was a problem. Steals were a problem.
It's easier to make layups now, it seems.
Yeah. They made it harder to make 3-pointers, which is good because balance-wise, I would just be jacking up threes and making them all. And it took away some of the incentive to go do the crazy dunks. No, this all looks good.
This guy's got to make a hockey game next.
Oh, and this is big too. They reduced the inbound time. Like it used to take a long time. Like every time a basket was scored, like the game kind of pauses while you take the ball out of bounds.
Right.
So they've adjusted that. This is good. I like this.
Yeah, that's why I put it on here. I thought you would like it.
I didn't realize they were going to do this much stuff to it. So yeah.
I guess they must be thinking about selling those card packs at some point. Otherwise,
they should.
Yeah, it's clearly that's the plan. I mean, yeah, cool, man. I hope this game's successful and then they move on to hockey, so they can have an unsuccessful game.
Mm-hmm. Maybe like a football 3-on-3 style game.
Hockey. You're saying hockey very strangely.
I would only want it to be a hockey game if the players are fat guy, skinny guy, medium-sized guy.
What if they were NBA players?
Ooh.
I think that could work. You could make a hockey game with NBA players.
Shaq on ice.
Yeah, like that way people would know who they were.
Right. Well, okay. At Cocomon writes in and says, Battleborn is going free to play. Is Shipwreck in or is Shipwreck in?
I own this game.
So are you in? You're not in.
I don't know. I mean, they should have done this move a long time ago. It's been selling for like $3 at Target.
I've seen it. The cheapest I've seen it is $5.
Okay. I've seen it at $3 a couple places. But it's...
I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying that's the cheapest I've seen it.
Right. It's been ridiculously cheap for a long time.
They sell it at $5 below.
Right.
Yeah, I think you're better off just playing Overwatch just so you can be a part of the...
Battleborn is an okay game.
I'm sure it is, but it's
when
not...
I played of it, it's an okay game. It gets frustrating in the setup of it in that, at least back when I played it, they might have patched this or changed it dramatically since then, but you would play for a good half hour to get through a level, and then if all your squad dies, you start over. And that meant you don't start over. That meant you never play Battleborn again.
Right. You're better off just playing Overwatch just so you can be part of the
They're different, though. They're much different.
Really?
They are. No, like Battleborn has levels that you go through. Like you start at one end and you work your way through the end, like a traditional first-person shooter level. Whereas Overwatch it's arena-based.
Right. Except when they have special events, which are lame. But at least you get dank memes at Overwatch. You feel like you want to be part of like the kids, what the kids are into. Like if you wear an Overwatch shirt somewhere, people will comment on your shirt. If you wear a Battleborn shirt somewhere,
probably still comment on it.
They'll be like, yeah, what is that?
I get comments when I wear a Fallout shirt. That's enough. I get comments when I wear an Atari t-shirt.
Right. I was with you.
Yeah.
At Bigelow's.
That's right.
That was exciting.
Mm-hmm. Atari t-shirt is very popular.
But when you wear an Overwatch shirt, I think people, you feel like really tuned in. I felt like I was part of something. I don't know. People like that shirt. My Lucio's.
I have a nice new Doctor Strange t-shirt.
Nobody wants to talk about that.
People are going to say, ooh, nice new Doctor Strange shirt.
Probably not.
I also went wild at the Target polo sale that they had over the weekend.
Did you now?
I bought like 5 new polo shirts for $7 each.
Yeah, I bought Ty Gap has a good sale going on right now for kids. I bought Ty a PlayStation shirt for $10. I bought him 5 shirts and I spent $50 basically.
I saw that same PlayStation shirt today. I was at the Gap outlet.
Yeah, it's good.
It was $6 there.
Oh,
it's a good shirt.
Well, I spent $9, I think, and they forgot to take the security tag off, so I got to go back to the store for a bonus.
And the shirt somehow magically dropped down $1 in price between your visits, which is also
I was rounding down. I can pull out the receipt if you want.
I don't care.
I threw it out, so actually I can't pull out the receipt.
No, I thought that was it's actually a pretty nice, like,
yeah,
shirt.
Classy, and they have like they have Marvel shirts too.
Right.
I bought those. Those were $9.99. Mm-hmm. If you want to be specific, now Wombat's gonna,
$5.99 specifically at the outlet mall.
They're Pacific shirts? I thought they were Marvel shirts.
Oh my God, I'm hanging up. Okay, at Taiwan Ryan 1980 wants to hear some E3 predictions from the various press conferences. Well, I guess just Sony and Microsoft, really.
There's all the war. Right. There's all the third party conferences as well.
We don't care about those. We're too busy.
We don't go to them. We care about them.
I'll watch them. I'll watch them from home.
We probably won't watch them.
If we're in a hotel room or something, we might watch them.
If we're resting.
Right.
Any predictions? Do we want to guess Scorpio price? Do we all think it's $400?
$450.
$500.
$500? Wait a minute. I feel like you were in the $400 camp.
I don't know.
No, we don't care.
I think we're giving different numbers to make it interesting.
$700.
No, that's just ridiculous.
Perfect. I like it.
That's ridiculous.
But they throw in a free Volkswagen backpack if you buy it.
Oh, well, then I'm on board. Do I get a flashlight too, or just the backpack?
That's the ultimate edition.
I really don't have a lot of expectations this year, like going in. I mean, we know Sony's going to show God of War
and Death Stranding.
Yes. And
Shenmue.
I don't know.
They'll show the new Star Wars game. They'll show some of Destiny.
Yes.
They'll show what's exclusive for both of those games on the PlayStation. And
I feel like Sony's mostly known quantities. Like I can't think of a lot of like they'll have surprises.
Oh, here's how about this?
They'll show what's new in VR.
Now that was my question. Like, how many minutes do you think Sony will dedicate to VR during their press conference?
20.
20?
Mm-hmm.
That's that. That seems like a lot.
That's like a third of it.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
I do.
I think we're getting either one or none. One game or no
How?
games.
Okay, here's one. Here's a prediction, and we should go on the bingo card. Do they announce something that they then at the end of the announcement say, "And it's available right now"?
Yes, definitely.
Do they both do that?
It's the gold PS4.
Everybody, I think everybody does that somehow. Like either it's a demo that's out now or
Entwined is available right now.
Yeah, something. I think everybody. That's like the new
This
thing.
game was made by 2 high school seniors that have been locked under the stage for 3 years, and it's available right now.
I forgot about that game. Whatever happened to that game?
It's not bad. I've played it.
Okay, the gold PS4 comes out this Friday. So
It's not that.
they could say it's available right now.
Yeah, but it's not that. It's got to be something else. Calling All Cars
I'm
remastered.
telling you, dude. David Jaffe is coming on stage. Yeah.
Well, we know it's not going to be backwards compatibility.
No, we know that now.
How about like a demo for God of War?
That could work.
I feel like that's something you could get excited about. And it's not really giving anything away.
Do you think we'll get a Fallout 4 style announcement of a game that, I mean, not that it's a surprise that the game was coming out, but a surprise that it's going to come out this year?
Well, wasn't there supposed to be Fallout 4 VR? Wasn't that sort of teased at some point or brought up at the Bethesda press conference
It
or
was
something?
playable at Bethesda last year.
So maybe that could be
The available
something.
right now.
Yeah, I feel like that could be something that could be presented on stage. That could be the one VR thing in the Sony press conference. I don't know. I feel
I feel like that would be at the Bethesda press conference, though.
Not necessarily, because it's only really probably coming out for PlayStation. I think maybe Bethesda's got other shit they want to talk about.
Talk about the Evil Within 2.
No, probably not that. But maybe it's a time for our new real Elder Scrolls game.
It's always time, but I don't know if that's what they're going to
Seems early.
I think they have something else, a new IP. That's
The science fiction one.
Yeah.
Star something.
I don't know.
Starfield.
Wars.
Thing I'm going to buy, I think is what the name of the game is.
Right.
Bethesda's Thing Wombat will buy.
Elder Scrolls in Space. Starfield.
Mm-hmm.
Because they trademarked that like a couple of years ago, I think, and that's supposed to be a thing. So maybe we'll see that.
In the Microsoft press conference.
Yes.
Who knows? Like, what do they have?
They got Crackdown. They got Forza 7. We up to?
Uh-huh.
Forza Motorsport 7.
They've got a Halo trailer.
They got a Halo trailer. They got Scorpio. We're going to see a lot of Scorpio for sure. But I don't really think that's going to do like a
They're going to
big
add
business.
another 100 games to the to that online service.
Game Pass.
Yeah.
I think that could be something. Yeah.
And those
I
100
think they're
games are
gonna-
going to be available right now.
Right. Along with some new backwards compatibility games.
And it's free. Well, they already have a free trial, right?
Yeah, 14 days.
Freer. It's freer.
And our trial is now 30 days, and it's all available right now.
And you can download a free backpack.
Oh. I'd like an Xbox backpack. That'd be cool.
At Major Nelson. I've never tried an Xbox backpack before. At Major Nelson.
Anyone know if they're good? CC at Major Nelson.
Yeah, Scorpio. See, I thought it was going to be $500 originally, but then you guys sort of.
I thought you said it was going to be 600.
It could be, but
I thought you said 600.
But I think the prices for the other machines came down like way quicker than I had expected. Like
Sure.
we're at like Xbox One S, $230 with a game. I mean, that's cheap. So I feel like 400 seems premium enough at this point compared to the other offerings out. But yet, that's very cheap for something that can play 4K natively. you're still spending more than that on a video card that can do that on PC, I'm pretty sure. So maybe I should really say $500. But really, I feel like that's still too cheap.
Oh, just wait 4 days and you'll find out.
I can't. I need to be right.
Seriously.
All right. Wombat, this is from @RalphJones RJ. He wants to know, what games would you like to see remastered this year?
None. I think I'm
No,
good.
you're the remaster master.
I am the remaster master, but I got my Marvel Ultimate Alliance. So I'm trying to think what else there is. Spider-Man Friend or Foe? Can I get that remastered?
Is it time for a new Ultimate Alliance game?
It is definitely time for it. Well, they're supposed to make that Avengers game.
Oh, we got to see that, right? Who's making that? Is that Ubisoft? What was that?
No, is it Square? I think it's Square.
Oh.
So,
Wait, hold
I
on.
mean,
What
not
was
that I
that?
wouldn't want a new Ultimate Alliance also. I don't see why they have to be mutually exclusive things.
Wait, who's making this game? Was it Square? Let's see.
I think
Hold
so.
on. Yes. Marvel and Square Enix have announced they signed a multi-game deal. Oh, I forgot about that. This, yes, I think that that could be something that we see this year. That makes a lot of sense.
And a
Yeah.
new Batman game.
Batman Ultimate Alliance.
Batman Arkham something. And
I thought they were
did-
done with those.
I don't know. I mean, Rocksteady should be working on something, right?
But I thought they were done with those. I thought
I
they
don't know.
specifically said the world
Or-
has enough Batman.
Or a Batman game that maybe is sort of a different atmosphere. I think the world's ready for that. Batman 66, the game. Voiced by Adam West.
I don't think that sounds like something that's going to happen.
No, you don't think so?
And it's available now to download for free. Crickets. Who's Adam West?
No, I think everyone there knows who Adam West is.
Right. Well, we're old now. We're like, we're the dinosaurs at these conventions.
Excellent.
Why is that excellent?
I don't know.
Let's talk about Nintendo. Enough E3 stuff for now, I guess. They had a Pokemon Nintendo Direct, I think, today, but I don't know anything about it. So somebody fill me in.
The Wii U game, the Pokemon fighting game that apparently is terrible, is coming to the Switch.
Pokin tournament.
Pokken Tournament. It's supposed to be very bad from what I've read, which is sort of a bummer because my daughter's just getting into Pokemon and I have a Switch. So the fact that there's not going to be a good Pokemon game on the Switch is sort of disheartening.
Well, there will be at some point, probably.
Yeah, you keep telling yourself that.
Right after they
Pokin
get...
tournament has a 76 on Metacritic.
Oh, that's fine.
Sure.
That's good enough for you. What were you? You're too good for a 76, Wombat?
I am, yes.
You were all excited about it on Instant Messenger today before you found
Before I
out
knew what it was,
the
I
Wii
said,
U game.
all I saw was Pokemon game for Switch. That was the
Oh,
headline.
okay.
And I'm like, oh, cool, Pokemon game for Switch. And I was excited because I thought it'd be something I could play with my daughter, and apparently it isn't.
It's a fighting game.
Yeah.
It's Tekken Pokemon.
Tekkamon.
Well, Pokin is what they went with.
Oh. Tekkamon.
They didn't announce something else?
Yeah, and Sun and Moon remastered or whatever it is for the 3DS.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Ultra Moon or something?
Something like that.
Wait, it's a remaster?
I thought it was.
Aren't these?
Are they new, or are they old ones repackaged for the
They're-
3DS?
I thought Sun and Moon, weren't they 3DS games to begin with?
I don't know. Maybe there has new stuff in it. That's why they're Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. I honestly,
The game is heavily based on the last game, last year's Pokemon Sun and Moon.
but it's different.
And it will further expand on the world and story of those entries.
All right, then. Something new.
Kind of.
Newish. Wombat, you started like a big battle in our comment section about your Zelda comments. Like almost 99% of the comments on last week's show were about Zelda Your
But the
take on
interesting,
Zelda.
the interesting thing about those comments, because I very much felt like I was alone in my thoughts, and it turns out there were a lot more people that agree with me than I thought. I'm not
Mhm.
saying more people agree with me than disagreed with me, but I'm not alone, which I think says something.
Including Nick Chester, famous
Yes.
former game journalist and now gaming
Epic.
mogul.
Yeah. So, like this, Phillies had to say, you keep RTing people who agree with you, but literally every issue you name stems from you not being good at the game. And Enter the Foe had to say, comparing Zelda to Mass Effect is like Coke to Sam's Club soda. And, huh?
Nothing.
But Cyniac said, "Oh my god, listening to episode 501 of the CAGCast, and New Wombat definitely said what I've been saying all along about Zelda. It's the same issues as Mass Effect." But then this person said, at Ad Custom said, "Hearing Wombat talk about Breath of the Wild being inferior to Mass Effect made me seriously ill. Thank God for Shipwreck." But then VJ Ostrowski had to say, "Holy shit on Breath of the Wild. Thank you. I thought I was the only one. 8 out of 10. I definitely see the seams in the openness of the world." And Ivan C. Torres had to say, "I agree with you 1,000,000% on Zelda Breath of the Wild. It feels like a lot of work. Lots of not having the right weapons." And Drew Brew 82 had to say, "Wombat, you totally nailed my experience with Breath of the Wild as well. Another great episode. Thanks, Chippy and Chipwreck." So it's I'm not alone in my criticisms. I think it's really like it's two extremes. Either this game totally locks into you and you got it, or there's just something about it's like cilantro. Either you really like it or it tastes like soap.
I like it.
Yeah, I like cilantro too. But I also know people that think cilantro tastes like soap and they can't eat it.
Like my mom.
See? It doesn't make your mom a bad person. She just thinks cilantro tastes like soap.
Right. I wish she would eat it though. It seems
And I'm sure and I haven't stopped playing the game. I keep playing it thinking like there's part of me that's like this is going to click. And I'm going to be like, I don't know what I was talking about. I was so stupid. And I'm going to go on the next show and I'm going to talk about how dumb I was. And it just hasn't happened yet. I played a good chunk over the weekend.
Oh, really? Good.
Mm-hmm.
But it's still not clicking.
It's still not really clicking. I don't know. I blame myself.
Me too. I agree with you. I mean, I had the same experience really, but I haven't gone back to it.
But it's not your thing at all, Cheapy.
But why? I mean, I like good games, right? No, I don't like good games.
What? You can't just do a blanket statement of I like good games.
I like great games.
You don't like Dark Souls.
I have a very specific game type that I like to play, which I think is acceptable. Especially at my age, to know what I like. Although then again, I'm playing. The other games I'm playing right now, I think are games that you don't necessarily always think of with me. Like I've been playing Doom, the Doom game that came out last year.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still playing that, and that game is really good.
Yeah.
That game's a lot of fun, and it's not the usual kind of thing that I play. But it does have some elements of those kind of games, so I think that might be why I like it.
We're going to have to check in with you every so often to see how your Zelda experience is going, and when maybe it'll click for you at some point. Or maybe not.
I doubt it. I don't think it's going to click at this point. He's seen everything there is to see at this point.
All right. 8 out of 10. Sorry, Wombat.
It's okay.
Maybe the new Mario game will do it for you.
Maybe.
Yeah. I mean, I don't blame you, Wombat. It's all right.
Yes, I am looking forward to the new Mario game. And, there is also, I never played Mario Kart, 8?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I never played that, so that would be new to me, and that would be fun to play. No, not with the family?
Is your wife going to play with you?
No, but my kids would. They play it in aftercare.
Oh.
There's a kid that brings it every day.
Wow. Well, maybe they'll be good enough to make it interesting for you. But
they play that.
There's just not that much to do in that game. It's sort of like...
They play that and 1-2 Switch.
We found somebody playing that. All right, let's move on to Sony. Let's talk very briefly about this Time article where what is up with the Sony PR guys who feel like when they're doing really well, but they feel like they have to just say some nonsense about how you can't buy their product in a store. It happened with Jack Trenton with the PS3, where he challenged people. He said he would pay, what was it, $1,500 or something if somebody could find a PS3 on a store shelf. And they were clearly available on store shelves. Just nonsense. And now, who I don't know where the quote came from exactly.
It's from Jim Ryan.
Okay, I don't know who he is, but
he's the Sony's global sales chief.
Okay, so he said that PlayStation VR has been sold out from day one. I mean, it was sold out from day one, but at around day 200 or so, it is definitely not sold out. It's everywhere. It's the opposite of sold out. It's readily available everywhere.
And it's been readily available for quite some time now.
2 months?
At least.
I'd say 2 months.
I mean, it's different. My experience obviously is different than your experience.
You're around.
These things are piling up around me.
Yeah.
Like I can go to Walmart and they've just steadily been stacking them for months and months now. But there was definitely a short period of time there where these things, where you couldn't just go out and buy one.
Definitely. Let's see, when it came out in November or something? October?
Yeah.
October.
Did it October? Something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you were looking for it in the Christmas time frame.
Mm-hmm. It was very hard.
It was hard to come by then. But maybe even early January, it might have been.
Yeah,
difficult.
I think it was, for sure.
Come February, I was taking. I looked back at my Twitter.
Yeah.
I was taking pictures of these things in early February.
Oh, okay. Maybe he was talking about Japan.
He's talking about worldwide. He's talking about North America.
All right. Well, it's just a weird thing to say. It's totally unnecessary. It sold decently well.
Yeah, they're saying it's beating their expectations. It's sold 1 million units now.
So why
1 million units?
Right.
Is that a lot?
I don't know. I mean, it's not a lot that you're going to get a lot of people developing games for it.
That's what I mean. Like, is anyone going to make a game for something that only has 1 million units?
No. Not like a AAA game. I don't know. It seems weird just to lie about it.
This is also the guy that made the quote about he didn't know why anybody would play older video games.
That's a good way to get people fired up.
Right. That yeah, it's right here. It's later in this Time article where he said they were asked about backwards compatibility and said, "When we've dabbled with backwards compatibility, I can say it is one of those features that is much requested but not actually used much." That, and I was at a Gran Turismo event recently where they had PS1, PS2, PS3, and PS4 games. And the PS1 and PS2 games, they looked ancient. Like, why would anybody play this?
Well, I mean, he's not completely off base here.
I don't disagree with that statement 100%. I don't think that I don't think there are that many people playing backwards compatible games on. There's the chart that we're about to get to. I don't think that chart is gospel. The Microsoft chart that says that 1.5% of Xbox users are playing backwards compatible games on the Xbox One. I don't know if it's that low. But
it's the time spent playing.
No, is that time spent playing? Yeah, I think
I
it's a nice feature to have, but I'm not looking to play backwards compatible games. When I have downtime, I'm not playing old games.
Right. Well, Ars Technica basically sifted through a whole shitload of Xbox One, Xbox Live user data, and found out the time breakdown. Basically playing, about what people are doing on their Xbox Ones. And yeah, backwards compatibility was only 1.5% of the total time spent. But I feel like it may get people to actually buy the console, just the idea of it, that, all the shit that I already bought for this console that I already own will work on it, or some of it will work on it, that could get you to buy that new console. Even if it doesn't, the reality is you don't go back and play those games very often.
I think that number could also go up with Games Pass.
Yeah.
I
could
think it'd be hard not to go up with the Game Pass data. But regardless of how much people are using it, don't come out and say that in that manner. Like,
right. There's no upside to saying that.
Right. There's no upside to saying, hey, users, you're dumb for wanting this.
Just say you're looking into it like everybody else does.
Right. We're working hard on that. We're hoping to find a good solution.
We'll make an announcement soon.
Just lie to us. That's all we're asking.
Right. It worked well when you told us
just a little sunshine up our ass. That's really what we're looking for here.
Right after we believed you about the PSVR being sold out everywhere, we're ready.
Right. You're already lying to us about that. Just keep up with it. Saying yes, backwards. We're strongly committed to backwards compatibility.
Yeah, exactly.
we know that we have a great lineup of games that span many consoles, and that our fans really love them.
Right, and it's a very, very highly requested feature, and we're looking into it.
Top men.
We hope to make an announcement soon. Or you could just say that old games are garbage, and why do you even want that? That seems like a great strategy too.
Have you seen God of Twisted Metal?
That shit is fire.
Yeah, Twisted Metal. What was it? God of Twisted Metal or Twisted Metal of War? I already forgot.
Twisted Metal of War.
Yeah, have you seen Twisted Metal of War? It's Sweet Tooth gets out of the truck. He gets out of the truck.
Right. You're not going to want to play Castlevania.
Who wants to play? Yeah. Who wants to play Symphony of the Night? When you could look at what he does, you could see the sweat on his testicles.
Yeah. I am looking forward to seeing the actual God of War game.
I have a Sweet Tooth, and that Sweet Tooth is for more Twisted Metal of War.
Is this old man Kratos? Is that this one?
Yeah. Training the daughter.
Oh, I remember that. I forgot all about that game.
It looked cool. It's like a Tomb Raider of War.
Yeah. I feel like it's just, all the stuff they showed last year just seemed very like exposition of war, and I don't care that much about that.
Well, now you'll get the nice decapitations in the next.
I just want to I don't want that much story in my of war games. I want more running around slicing stuff of war.
I don't know. I'm excited for it. I think it's going to look good on PS4 Pro. I'm sure it'll support it, unlike everything else.
I hope that the people who make that game played Horizon. Although, I will say that. I think they... Yeah. You know what I'm saying.
Yes. Which has a good story.
Mm-hmm.
That's enough Xbox. That's enough everything, maybe. Well, this was requested from a few people. The PC Corner at Rowdy Rod writes in and asks if there are any updates with your gaming PCs. I guess we'll say, since Shipwreck has one also. Are you upgrading it anytime soon? What do you think of the Ryzen CPU? Do you want to play Overwatch on Xbox One? I don't know why that made it into all these PC questions. I haven't really been doing much PC gaming. I play Battlegrounds once in a while, but I don't know. It just hurts my hands. Too much hand pain. I feel the controller is much more comfortable for me. And yes, I do want to play Overwatch on the Xbox One, and I should get a CAG Overwatch night going. A lot of people have asked for that. I have a headset now. We can make it happen. Wombat's going to be picking up the game real soon. So, yeah, we should do that. All right, let's wrap it up. How about that? Let's remind everybody to follow us on Twitter at GBD, at New Wombat, at Shipwreck, and of course at Video Game Deals. Thorbon3 doing a great job at Video Game Deals. And of course, go to harrys.com/CAGCast to get $5 off a Harry's shave set just in time for Father's Day. Don't blow it. And we'll be at E3 next week. So we'll be doing the audio booze, or now it's audio boom. I guess I should say it properly. You can, I've been tweeting out the RSS feed for that, which if you use that, you can just download it like a normal podcast. Hopefully Wombat will do more than one from home like last year. Not like last year, where he just did a lousy one.
I'll try to do more than one. I'm taking off on the Monday and Tuesday.
Oh, wow. Really?
So, yeah, I'm taking off
cool.
Monday. I'm taking off Monday because I figured that'll be fun. And I'm taking off Tuesday because I have kids stuff to do in the afternoon, but it doesn't mean I can't do other things.
Yeah, all right. So that'd be cool. People
Yeah.
like to hear for the everyman from home's take. As opposed
Exactly.
to the people who are dazzled by all the sparkly lights and free hors d'oeuvres.
Yeah.
I'm ready for some hors d'oeuvres.
I want some more
Odors? Odors? you said?
Odors. Yeah.
Yep, plenty of odors to go around.
Crudité.
I bought 3 new shirts or 2 new shirts.
Nice.
And
Are those the 2 shirts you're going to wear all week?
yes. No, I have some old shirts that I'll be bringing as well. I'm preparing everything. And I bought a new pair of sneakers.
Nice.
Yeah, because I don't want people making fun of my New Balance. So I got some Nikes, like the kids like, but not the kinds that people wait online for. That's crazy. I bought the kind that you can buy on Amazon. That's what I like. And that's basically how I've prepared so far. And with that, I will say we will see you next week from Los Angeles. Peace out.
Brett's done.
Hey all, this is Chris, and today I'm here to talk about Calling All Cars. Now, one of the coolest things that this latest generation of consoles has allowed is for downloadable games. Things like Xbox Live Arcade, the Wii's Virtual Console. Now, on Sony's end, so far, Calling All Cars managed to actually be one of those AAA titles that can stand toe-to-toe with pretty much anything on Xbox Live. And finally, Sony has something to say, hey, look, we've got this downloadable stuff too. And it really is the first, I would say, must-have game on the PlayStation Store. The basics behind Calling Our Cars are rather simple. Up to 4 players are basically trying to capture a criminal that's loose in the level and take him and put him in jail. And when one goes in, another criminal will pop up. And the variance here is that the levels of jails will have 3 different areas to go in. So you can score 1 point by sort of driving to like a garage, 2 points by maybe going off a ramp or whatever it is, and then 3 points by going maybe up some curvy, winding ramp and going through a door that opens and shuts. Now on every level, the only thing you'll find on the harder levels of the game are paddy wagons and helicopters. And these things net you as many or more points than the jails will, but they're harder to get into. So the paddy wagon, you basically have to chase it down, drop the criminal in the back. For the helicopter, you have to drive under for a few seconds. And these are harder to get into, but they also score you more points. When the other cars have a criminal you want to get it from, you can either ram into him and knock the criminal loose and then go try to pick him up, or you can use one of 3 weapons that you pick up: a magnet, which you use to basically grab and pull a criminal to you, a missile that you can shoot and knock the criminal loose, or a hammer which you can basically knock on the ground and then the criminal comes loose from whatever car has it. But now, while the single-player progression isn't all that great and the AI can be, a little frustrating at times, this game really was built around the multiplayer, and the multiplayer in this game is fantastic. Everybody's on an even playing field. There's tons of trash talk going on, and really that's what kind of draws you to the game. When you're about to get the criminal into a jail, and some guy swipes from you at the last second, midair perhaps, and scores those 2 points, then you'll just be cussing up a storm. And that really is where this game shines. It's just total chaos 100% of the time. It's basically like a game of rugby, but with some sort of jail robber or whatever instead of a ball. And it's just totally insane. You're never safe. Everybody's always bumping into you. The criminals flying everywhere. It's just total chaos. Cool part is that the game supports 4 players online. You can do 4 players split screen, or you can even do 2 players on one console and have those guys go online against other players. There's voice support, there's text support. So basically this game is perfectly made for that party atmosphere. And that really is where Calling Out Cars, it's what it was designed around. That's really where the game is fantastic. So in the end, although Calling Out Cars is kind of weak in the single player, really the game is fantastic multiplayer. And it's one of those games where the sessions are only a few minutes apart or whatever, so you can just sit in there, while your coffee's being made or whatever, jump in, go through a session, capture some criminals, see how you do. And it's crazy enough that you can sit down for hours at a time. It's a fantastic party game, and it's far and away the best game on the PlayStation Network.